Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the show. We got ourselves interesting things going on in the world today. Glad to have you here. Still having to use the new YouTube setup. I'm going to have to go figure out a better way around this, but it is what it is, I guess. So hopefully you guys are doing well. I know things are not posting like they used to, so let me go ahead and do that right now. Sending out a tweet to everybody as well as a Facebook post. But it is a beautiful sunny day here in Japan for me. Although I had a typhoon come through this weekend, and let's see here. Let me put this in Facebook. And yeah, it was it was on the other side of the island from me, the Kyushu Island from me. But wow, dude! I mean, it actually was pretty powerful, which is rare for me because here we get the typhoons are full of rain, but they're not necessarily very powerful as far as wind goes. But this one was packing a punch, I guess, and it literally, and I'm not joking about this, it literally blew the walls out of my school. Yeah. So I am, yeah, I'm kind of in the middle of it. I'm in the thick of it, as it were, having to quickly and panically trying to set up new areas for me to continue schooling while I make a decision what I'm going to do as far as the school goes. So it's been a crazy few days for me, absolute crazy. It's actually nice to come on and chat with you guys because I've been insane, dude, and the rest of this week's going to be insane. So this will be about. I'll try to keep this tight to an hour today, but yeah, I couldn't believe it. It was so bad that it actually made the national news. My little old school was sitting up there on the national news, and did I hear someone just come in? Was that Thundero?
It was.
Hey, how you doing,
What
dude?
happened to your school?
We had a typhoon come through, and it literally blew the walls out of my school. Literally,
Holy,
yeah. Uh,
holy crap.
Holy crap! Yeah. So, like I said, it was on national news that the building made it, because the damage was so extensive. So yeah, I'm kind of in the middle of it, dude. But no one was hurt. It's just stuff, and that can always be replaced, of course. But I think I have worked out a solution, at least a temporary solution. Long term, I'm not really sure, but there was another school in town that, well, I guess I should be. I don't know how I should put it. I blew them out, so they closed,
Mhm.
right? So I just went and made a deal and took over their school because it's already set up, right?
Yeah.
They already have everything there. They couldn't compete and they got closed. So I'm now got to use their space for a little while. But yeah, I was really surprised. Like I said, we get crazy rain from typhoons here because it's a very different dynamic with the typhoons coming out through the Pacific and the Pacific being much warmer than the Atlantic anyway. They just pick up a lot of water and they just incredible amounts of flooding, but the winds aren't that big a deal, especially for me coming from the East Coast, right?
Mhm.
Because our winds are just ridiculous. I've actually seen a car flipping down the road before, right? But this one carried a bigger impact in it. There was a little bit of damage in town. I don't know why my school was the one that took the biggest brunt of it, but it did. It must got hit by a gust or something because the typhoon happened in the middle of the night, so we were home. But yeah, I actually took my car and put it between two buildings just to be safe. So, I mean, that's something I usually wouldn't do. But yeah, interesting. Let me
Hmm.
switch it over here. My coffee's boiling, my water's boiling. Let me go grab that real quick if you don't mind. Thundero's in charge now. You guys are in
I'm in
trouble.
charge and I have literally nothing to say. Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Been a while. We haven't had a show in a while. Chester's been a busy boy. I have absolutely no idea what he's going to be talking about today, so this should be fun. Let's see. We got Roger in the chat. He's happy that we're back. Joshua Hughes is very, very exuberant at the fact that Chester School nearly was effectively destroyed. And Roger would like Chester to know. I'll wait till he's back. But yeah, uh, it's pretty crazy. Typhoon season happening over there.
Yeah, no, it is. Thank you for that. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, I mean, my wife was actually shaking yesterday when she saw the building. So, you know, I was like, yeah, calm down. It's all right. We'll work it out, right? But
Mm-hmm.
it was, I
One.
guess, well, it's a little bit shocking, I suppose. But yeah, I never seen quite like that before, at least with something that I was either owned or involved with or whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
that is a first for me. You ever had anything destroyed by nature that you own?
Not that I personally owned.
Mm.
A The high school I would have went to if I wouldn't have gone to a Christian school when I was a teenager was literally destroyed by a tornado
Oh
when I
wow.
was like 10 or 12, something like that, somewhere in there. Tornado ripped right through the middle of it, and just the only thing left were the outer walls on the two sides, just standing still.
Yeah, no,
Um,
tornadoes are scary, dude. Yeah.
but other than that, nothing major. I mean, like a tree. I grew up out in the country, so tree would come down if it was nasty, or lightning would hit a tree. When I was real young, growing up out in the country, in order to get TV that wasn't just two channels, you had to have big satellite dish, one of those big daddies. Well, we had one,
Hmm.
and one year lightning hit that sucker, and it went through the cables and blew up our TV.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, those early ones were certainly cowboying it up in the
Oh yeah,
day. Yeah, that's true. It's amazing
but
how
other
big
than
those
that,
things
nothing.
were. My uncle owned one, and those things are freaking gigantic, dude.
Yeah,
It's like you
huge.
were working for NASA or something like that. These days, I got here on my lanai. I got a little teeny thing, and it does the same job.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's goodness gracious. But I mean, I remember we have the hurricanes come through when I lived in Rhode Island, and we go down to the cliff there on the ocean. It was like I don't know, a couple 100-foot cliff, less maybe
Mm.
180 feet, something like that. But the wind, of course, coming in from the ocean was so strong. It actually sting when the rain hit your face, but we could lean over the edge of the cliff, whereas normally we'd fall into the water, right? We lean over the edge of the cliff, and the wind's so strong, it keep you up, right? It was a stupid young person thing to do, but yeah, we used to do that. You do a lot of dumb things when you're young, though, right?
Yeah, when
Mm.
you think you're immortal.
Yeah, no, I mean, we had this cliff that was good 120 feet, I guess, and we climbed the trees, so I guess it's a little bit more than that. But we go diving off that thing all the time into an old quarry, right? I mean, it was deep
Yeah.
enough, but I mean, we actually had a couple of people break their nose because they hit the water so fast. They weren't at a perfect angle and they cracked their nose. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I would never do that
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
When I was out west, in the plains area, and the wind when it comes through there, it can come. There's nothing to slow it down.
Mm,
There's no windbreak at all, so you're just getting by full force of the wind, and it would literally, if you were wearing anything baggy, it could push you. Even a real strong guy could push you around if you weren't ready for it.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. But anyway, that's what's been happening with me, guys. But this week I should be able to stay on my schedule. I don't see why I won't, because everything I'm doing is just during working hours and such. So it's it's not going to affect the channel, I think. But of course, the channel is a little different now, and I'm glad you're here because before we get into the news, I want to have a chat about it. Now, on Mondays we're doing the comics news today, right?
Mm.
Tuesdays, I got Bugbear's Basement, where basically we do role playing and stuff. On Wednesday, I'm now doing Pontificator. I'm not doing fan speak anymore. I'm doing arts thing. It was cool when they had it on the Friday. That was perfect for me, but they moved it because I guess they're getting arts getting a lot more traffic on the Wednesday. So that which is fine. But I think that's a cool show to do, even though it's not on this channel. I think it's cool to do. Uh, because it gives us access, or at least it gives me access to talking to a lot of interesting people, and of course we can all go over and enjoy it, right? And
Hmm.
then of course we have a drawn and quartered the Ultimate Edition on Thursday. But what I was thinking about doing, Thundero, was because we were talking about what we're going to do with TFT and stuff on the Sunday. I was thinking about restarting it, but calling it well, we could call it anything we want. I was just offhand fan speak, but doing like a kind of a segmented show where we did some comics news, we did some just or just nerddom news, do like a 30-minute TFT segment instead of a full show, unless we had something, hey, we want to do a big thing. Like, I think the best show we ever did, Thundera, was the Walt Disney one, me personally,
Hmm.
because that was well researched and well spoken by everybody there. But do like a segment for that, and then maybe do a segment or two of something else. What do you think about doing that instead, and then changing today's show into something different? What do you think?
Fine with me.
Yeah, because I'd like to get back to it, but we can't. I don't think. I don't know. Do you think we can keep just doing the TFT as it is?
Probably not. I mean, not without doing a lot of rehashing like we already do.
Yeah, I
So
know, right? Yeah, everything's connected is the problem.
yeah.
Whereas we did like a little 30-minute segment on something, we can easily just jump on it and get it done, right?
Hmm.
But I was thinking about doing like three segments, and that way we have little extra time on the ends if we run over, and we can keep it under the 2 hour, right?
Yeah.
Um, any other ideas you had for maybe doing something like that? Dave says, "Remember when you guys would read out a classic comic?" Yeah, I do remember that, and I was actually thinking of suggesting and doing some stuff like that on Monday. This show. Yeah. But anyway,
Yeah.
Thunder, any other ideas?
Not really, to be honest with you. Um, your month's been crazier, but I've done all kinds of stuff this month, so I haven't really put too much thought into it. But I was really I needed to talk to you anyway because we needed to figure out what we were going to do with Wednesdays. But if you're going to do that show now, that's fine. Um, so yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think we could do. Um, I would start with just like comic stuff probably, and
Yeah.
then we could break it down from there. And if something like crazy happens, like an Epstein thing happens again, we'll do a whole show on it. Like we'll
Yeah,
just do that
sure.
because that was just unbelievable historic thing that happened right in front of everybody.
Yeah, that's
Um,
true. Yeah.
but I think that's a good idea. Then what would we do with the like? Say we do three segments. What would we do with the third one?
Well, I was thinking of doing something that was very comic oriented, every week.
Mm,
Maybe, talking, having one of us, talk about a comic they're reading, right?
mm.
And to just kind of go over it, what's going on, what is people's opinions and stuff. Like, I'm definitely behind on my reading, but like one of the things I'm trying to catch up with it was this Empire thing. The problem is, which I'm going to talk about here in a little bit, but the problem is I don't like it. I don't like it. Yeah. Well, it's the problem, right? Because there's so little to like, and there's so little coming out. But there is some good indie stuff. But I think we should have a segment like that. We should have the TFTX segment, and we should have just the general nerddom. Because
Yeah.
I do like talking about video games, and I know you do too.
Hmm.
Board games. I don't know how alone I am with that, but I like talking about it. And then have Monday, just keep talking about comics, or maybe do some classic reading again. We did that before, and that was a lot of fun, dude. Get
Yeah, that
booster.
was you and Denali and Booster, wasn't it? Doing
Yeah,
that?
no, that's right. And DeWolf would do some too. But DeWolf is, he's not on normal schedule. This whole COVID thing has got him tied up, but which is
Yeah.
fine. I mean, that's kind of what he does. He's a medical supply guy, so I understand that. But hopefully we can get him back. I do love having DeWolf on. He's a good juxtaposition to you and I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, he really is. He's very smart man. He's well spoken. He has opinions, but he also can, unlike certain people who I shall not name, cannot. He can tolerate a different opinion. You know. I'm not throwing any names around. But
I don't know who you could
no, no,
possibly be talking about.
no,
I'm
no.
completely clueless.
No, only superheroes are for children, though. Just keep that in mind.
I
Um, but anyway, but what do you think about the Wednesday thing, though? I mean, I really think I really want to do that show. I enjoy it because, with art, he has access to the industry, right?
Yeah.
And he brings in the industry people, and we're starting to see more and more, and he's hinted at a lot more people who have been kind of hesitant, but things are blowing up in a way I don't know if we want to get off on this tangent, but in a way we should actually be thanking Black Lives Matter, dude. No, seriously, because people like you and I, we know right well what that organization was
Yeah.
for a long time, right?
Oh yeah.
The concept of all lives mattering, no matter what color they are, sure, I can get behind that. But they are a Marxist terrorist group, straight up. They're black bloc is what they are.
Yeah.
But the world at large, the mundanes, if we should call them, are starting to wake up to it, right? And that's caused a lot of revulsion from it, as it should be.
Mm.
So what I'm getting at is I think you're going to see a lot more industry individuals coming on our show. And I think it's really cool for me to, I mean, I'm just the comic relief there, really. But I think it's good position for me to be able to have information to share with you guys, for you guys to come over and be part of it as well. I don't know. What do you think?
I'll tell you exactly what I told Booster when he asked me the other day because we were playing Remnant, and he's like, "So what do you think about Chester doing that show instead of the fan speak?" I was like, "I don't know if I care, to be honest. I mean, the only reason mainly the reason I do this is just to hang out with you and talk shit online, basically.
Yeah.
So if you're if you're having more fun over there or whatever, however you want to put it, go on. I'm not gonna be mad at you. Why would I be mad at you?" And so I was like, I just don't really, I'm not offended or anything. But yeah, I think it's a great idea. If you know, you and I and Denali before he decided he hates you now,
Okay.
uh,
That's perfect.
we all said that this was coming with the industry, one way or the other this
Yep.
year. It wasn't going to go on the way it's been. It couldn't, and it's happened. Pretty much everything I said would happen has happened in some way or another. Um, Hang on one second. Are you okay?
All right. Well, whilst he deals with that, and I'm sure he'll come back and finish his thought, that asking the chat as well what you guys think about it. I mean, I do want to continue the fan speak thing. Is why I'm talking about moving it to Sunday and kind of doing a mixed show. I think it'll be tighter anyway to do like that because we, or I should say, I do tend to jump on tangents a lot, as you guys have chastised me many times about. But sorry about that. But I don't know. What does the chat think? I mean, I really am enjoying the pontificator thing. I think it gives us a lot more access for me, particularly because I learn a lot, and that gives me stuff that I can overhear talk about, and I'm more educated about it. And it is a lot of fun going on there and chatting with those guys. But I'd love to hear what the chat has to say about that. But I am enjoying that, but I do want to keep doing the fan speak thing, especially because, we will get DeWolf back eventually when his schedule is back on track. And, we constantly have new faces coming in where, and of course, we want to place. Do you do a fan speak on Friday? I can't, Roger. My schedule for your Friday and your Saturday is my weekend, and I run the Oita City English Club on that day, and then of course Sunday is my wife's day, and you guys talk to her about that. Don't expect it to go well.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry about
yeah,
that. My
yeah.
wife came wandering in here saying her chest hurt, so I had to go check on
Oh,
her.
well, is she all right?
She doesn't know, but she's gonna be at the hospital tomorrow at work, so
I see.
she's gonna ask one of the doctors if it still hurts, right? She went, huh?
Yeah. Well, like I said, dude, my wife was actually literally shaking yesterday when she saw the
Yeah,
building.
I
Yeah,
bet it's
yeah,
traumatizing.
yeah. I guess. I mean, for me, I was like, shit. That was my
Yeah,
response, right?
it's more infuriating.
Yeah. Well, in truth, I mean, at least the main classroom and the stairwell are operable. I mean, I could
Yeah.
run classes out of it, but it looks like a horror show on the outside. So, it's not like every room in the building is destroyed. It's not like that. But my office is definitely. I mean, I have a nice scenic view now. And it's so weird because it's a concrete building, concrete and bar building, right? So, but it is weird seeing that the walls just gone, right? But I can't be too surprised. I mean, it is a really old building. I mean, I think it was built in the '60s, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is a pretty old building. So I'm not completely surprised. But it had like a masonite face on it, which I'm
Mm,
surprised. I didn't realize that's what the face was, but it's that old style. I don't know if you know anything about construction, but it's that old style, like 2.5 inch or 3 inch thick masonite too. It's that old stuff, and of course that's heavy as hell, right? And the problem is with the building though is around it there's several pieces of the wall that didn't get blown out, but if I stand at the right angle I can see right almost through the other side. So they're gonna fall and they could fall at any minute. So not good, not good.
yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, let me jump over and let's get a couple of news. Oh well, no, you were saying something about Sunday.
Oh, um, no, I was just saying that pretty much everything we said would happen in one way or another has happened almost to a T with the players anyway. Who we
Yeah.
picked in the industry who would the comic industry who would be things would start to change quickly in their regard. Um, so it's I think it's good that you're over there, and I think it's good that some people in that field are starting to wake up out of their haze that a lot of times you get when you're in these big corporate environments. You're insulated from the real world. I don't think they are anymore. A lot of them.
No, I
So
don't. Yeah.
hopefully they things the scales fall from their eyes a little bit and they start to realize what's going on in the real world outside of their bubble.
Oh yeah.
Um, but yeah, on Sundays, I think a good idea would be just we could do like a short little fan speak at the start. That'll be when we do fan speak right there, bam, and then move into just like basic, just comic news, whatever, kind of like this show here, and then do TFT to close it off with like 20 minutes or whatever's left, just to close off the show.
Yeah, no, I like it. Yeah, I think it'll be fun. And yeah, Roger, that's Discord movie night thing's really up to you guys. I'm busy
Yeah,
on the weekends. I don't really. I wish I could. You guys know I love that. But that's really up to you guys. But I hope you do more. And the occasional day that I have off, that I can come in, I certainly will because I love that. I think that's fun, dude. I mean, my wife and I watch movies all the time, but it's fun to sit down and watch a movie with friends. Um, but yeah, you guys
we'll
need to
do it
organize.
again. It'll probably be in a few weeks here. I'll make sure I let everybody know. And the problem was is I did one, the last one I did, there was no one there, so I didn't. I just let it go.
Yeah, no, it is kind of a crazy time. Everybody's kind of busy with stuff, but hopefully we can do that because that is fun. But that's not a show, of course. That's just us getting together on Discord and watching a movie, which is fun.
Yeah.
The Metals has been doing good. Been busy as all heck. Yeah, and I know Metal. So have I been. Nice to see you though, dude. Got Joshua Hughes in here. Josh has had that wrench for a while, and it was controversial giving it to him. But I think he's a good moderator. Because you were a really good moderator, and I tried my best to be good at it too. I mean, I took it seriously, right?
Hmm.
But so you and I both know what it takes to actually do that job on a big channel,
Oh, it's
and
not fun.
it's a lot of work, yeah.
Yeah.
But I still cannot stop praising Mortal V. It's just insane how on top of it he is, dude. Because yeah, I don't know how you did, but what I used to do, because especially because during the show you're doing, you're making sure people aren't saying bad. Especially when I was doing Mike, he's so strict, right? So I had
Yeah.
to do all that. But during the show when I wasn't doing something, I was always preparing for the end of the show. or things during the show that I had to put up, like, if they had an Indiegogo project or things. But I always try to prepare everybody who is on the panel and have all of their contact information just sat in open tabs, ready to go. Right?
Yep.
You did the same thing. Yeah.
I
Um,
had I had 4 different like WordPad documents full of ads for the people,
yeah.
like for like Red Rooster or whatever,
Yeah.
for Ethan's stuff. Then I had all their contact information, their Twitter, if they had a YouTube, their Facebook. I even find their websites, and I fire them off.
Yeah. No.
Mortal
Yeah.
V was I kind of trained Mortal V a little bit,
That's
so
well, dude. He took to it. He took to
yeah,
it.
he's
Yeah.
really good. It's why I don't really worry about it anymore, and because it's not fun. It's really not. It's not a fun thing. People, if you're on like a big active channel, like our channel's small, but if you're on a really active channel where there's hundreds of maybe thousands of people, and that chat's moving, and you get some idiot throwing out death threats or
Yeah.
saying just
Yeah.
straight up racist stuff to people on the panel, and you can't have that on YouTube, and death threats you can't have anywhere, but the other stuff you really can't have on YouTube. They can take the whole channel down. So you have to be paying attention to that while also trying to promote for the, being like a bot basically to promote the stuff that they're talking about.
That's right. Yeah.
Um, it's not as when you're on a big fast moving channel, it's not fun. It's crazy to watch that chat go at full
Yeah.
speed.
Yeah. No. No.
So it's
Yeah.
it's impressive when people can do it well. I watch some of these big streamers with like 50,000 people watching at a time, and they'll only have a couple moderators in there, but they're killing it.
Yeah, yeah, no, and it's in little channels it doesn't matter, but in those bigger channels, I hope they're paying them somehow because
You
it's a
would hope.
freaking job, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very interesting, and the reason I meant it, and by the way, Tolfer, if you're not on the Discord, please be on the Discord. Someone help him because you should be on the Discord. We want you all on Discord. But the reason I mentioned Mortal Lee in particular is because when I was on Mike's channel, I mean I didn't. It's not as big as Ethan with Thundera was going at it, but I did the same thing he did. You have to be really prepared, but sometimes you would have a hard time finding all the little Instagrams and all the little stuff from these people, man. It was tough finding it, but Mortal V, he
Yeah.
digs out the most obscure stuff. I'm like, what the hell? How does he even find it? He
He's
does,
quick
dude.
too. He's
He's
very
quick
fast.
too. He's on that shit, dude. I've just a little praise to Mortal V because I've done it. I understand it, and it's impressive, man. It's impressive. But anyway, let's jump over here and start
Real
talking about
quick
this
before
stuff.
we do that, it's going to
Uh-huh.
take like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
I do want to get the Discord more active. We've both just been crazy busy. Plus, this whole year's just been a shit show.
Yeah.
But I do want to get the Discord more active. So if you're in there and you hear this, and if you see something cool, like something like, I don't know, something about a new video game or a new book or a new movie, any of it, or just drop it in the chat,
Oh
in the
yeah.
general chat, and then we'll
Absolutely.
be able to look at it and we'll probably cover it.
Uh-huh. No, that's true. That is true. Please do. I mean, I've been kind of digging on and kind of collecting news and stuff that I want to get as well. But because that's one of the unfortunate things, we lost Denali, right? And
Yeah.
he was doing all the news collection, and he took pride in it, right? He took pride in it, and that's a cool thing. So that's unfortunate, but we of course been able to pick up the slack. But I do miss Denali for that because he really took pride in collecting and putting the news forward. And who knows? I don't know. But maybe that's part of the problem. Maybe it was. Anyway, here's our. I got a few topics I want to cover today, and this one I thought was pretty interesting. Now, of course, we know that James Gunn is doing the Suicide Squad 2, right? And I guess the Taika Waititi has himself a little bit of a cameo. Spoilers, I guess. But in general, what this article is doing is it's talking about who the main villain is because they did some test screenings, and it doesn't really say how those test screenings went. It just talked about some revealed information from them, which I thought was you're not supposed to do. You don't you sign like a non-disclosure agreement or NDA or some kind of
You
thing?
would think they would sign an NDA on it, but
Yeah.
maybe they told them, hey, you can talk about this or this.
Or maybe people just cheated. But
Yeah.
either way, we'll get to the villain thing in a minute. But spoilers if you're worried about such things. It looks like Waititi's role is going to be that of the original rat catcher, an
Hmm.
obscure little character, and they're going to kill him, I guess. And then of course they're going to have a female rat catcher in the movie because gender swapping. And
Oh
yeah,
gosh.
it's perfect. Yeah. If you're interested in that, I don't really care personally at all. And Ratcatcher, whatever. It's kind of one of those obscure behind the scenes characters, in my opinion, that I have no problem with people messing with. That's the thing. Like when they took Samuel L. Jackson and they made him Nick Fury. Uh, that upset certain people. But for me personally, it was
Hmm.
like, well, it's kind of a background character. He's kind of one of those, the tools you use to get from one place to another or something like that. I was like, oh, that's cool, right? Just don't mess with the main character is the thing. It's the side characters I
Yeah.
don't have a problem with,
Plus,
personally.
it's not like they picked some random black guy, right? They
No,
picked probably the most, at the time, especially the most famous black guy in the world to be Nick Fury.
yeah,
That's pretty huge, right? That's a huge get for the entire MCU
mhm,
to get Sam Jackson in there,
yeah,
who's a fantastic actor and a superstar, like a megastar. Everybody
yeah,
knows who he
yeah,
is. So that's, to me, it makes sense because of who it is,
yeah,
right? If it was just some random actor from some TV show nobody ever heard of, well, then that's one of the reasons why it's so stupid because they do that often. They'll change a character, swap them around, and they'll do it with somebody who absolutely is not worth it. Right?
yeah.
Isn't worth
No,
the
that's true.
juice isn't worth the squeeze on this person.
Yeah.
Whereas with Sam Jackson, it's almost always is. I mean, he's never been in a movie where he was bad at the maybe the movie was bad, but he was fine.
Oh
So
yeah. No, I agree. Yeah. I agree 100%. No, Sam Jackson and he kills it as Nick Fury. I can't
yeah, he's great.
imagine anyone else as Nick Fury. What am I supposed to do? Imagine David Hasselhoff? Really? I mean, uh,
I'd take that. I'd take the Hoff as Nick Fury.
I mean, Hoff is awesome, dude. I agree, but he was miscast, horribly miscast as Nick Fury, dude. You didn't see that movie?
No.
Oh well, you should go check it out then. Yeah, because he's Nick Fury. I'm
Oh
not
my
kidding. There's
god.
a movie with David Hasselhoff as Nick Fury. Anyway, hello, Booster. How you doing today?
Hello, I made it. How you doing?
I'm very well. Are you properly buttered and alcoholed?
No, I'm not alcohol. I just rolled out of bed. Nick Fury, Agents of Shield. Oh, you're not kidding.
I'm not kidding. No. Yeah.
David Hasselhoff. It's the Hoff.
It is the Hoff. Yeah.
1998. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
When
Sounds
it,
incredible.
in the Guardians of the Galaxy, making this reference intentionally, having him as Peter's surrogate father image that he had, and of course then they did the thing with Yondu, which is a beautiful moment in that movie, dude. It really was. I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. That was a good movie. It was fun. But
Hmm.
anyway, and David Hasselhoff was in like the music video thing they did, the disco one. It was freaking badass. I don't know if you guys have seen that. If you haven't, go check it out. But the reason I mentioned the Guardians of the Galaxy because it's clear what Gunn is doing is trying to make uh, the Suicide Squad the Guardians of the Galaxy. Is what
Yeah.
he's doing. Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm not sure how I feel about that because it seems like the main villain, or at least partially part of the villain, is Starro. And of course, it's little Starro things so you can even see him on set here in these photographs. But um, that one of the big mistakes they made, and you guys give me your opinion on it, chat as well. But in the first Suicide Squad, I think the big failure that there were several problems, but the big failure they made
Hmm.
was trying to have them go up against an epic cosmic threat, a la Guardians of the Galaxy. But
Yes.
Guardians of the Galaxy have some absolute superheroes in there. I mean, very powerful people.
They
And
picked a team of very street level characters to go up against Enchantress, didn't they?
It's ridiculous. I mean, because the Suicide
Yeah.
Squad is street level, and it could be really cool. It's a
Mhm.
great concept, dude. But
The director himself says he regrets not making Joker the villain of it.
yeah, dude, just like that animated movie they came out with, where they had to go to Arkham, and
Hmm.
because I thought that's what they were going to do, you know,
Yeah.
just like the Justice League, they should have done the animated movie they came out where Darkseid comes to Earth and kidnaps Superman. That would have been
Hmm.
perfect, right? I
Yeah,
don't know.
Assault on Arkham was much better
It was really
as
good,
a
dude.
Suicide Squad movie. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know, Thundera. What do you think about them going cosmic again?
I think it's less them going cosmic with stuff because they're going to definitely downplay Starro. We're not going to get anywhere near comic book Starro. That's just not going to happen. But it's less them going cosmic here and more James going for quirky because Starro is kind of a
He's silly.
ridiculous character.
Yeah.
but but I like the idea of having them go after something weird, right? That the weird thing being what
Sure.
Suicide Squad went after. I don't like it being a cosmic level entity like Starro, who is a very powerful entity in
Extremely
DC.
powerful. Yeah.
Even if he looks ridiculous, but I think here's what's going to decide if this movie's good or not. Because we know James Gunn, we know his style. It'll be funny, but if it's not a mature rated movie, like a rated R movie, I just don't think it's going to work. Suicide Squad is should be rated R. Like it should be more
Oh yeah.
mature,
Oh yeah.
a little bit more bloody, a little bit more violent, because these are villains, right? These aren't the good guys. They should be kind of way more aggressive than the good guys. And I think that'll be really for me what decides if I'm interested or not. If they come out with a PG-13 on it, which they're probably going to,
Yeah.
I'm just not going to be interested. It's just going to be watered down, just a super. Just it'll just be Guardians of the Galaxy without the galaxy part, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, well, I agree 100%. Suicide Squad should be their R-rated offer. It really should
yeah,
be. Because it's tailor made for it. But it's just the cosmic thing, and keep in mind, Starro is kind of ridiculous looking. I get that, but understand that Starro is before, say, Aliens, the movie, and things like that,
yeah,
right? So, as a comic book reader, Starro was creepy, dude. It's not necessarily now. It kind of looks hokey, but back in the day, you got to kind of take things in content when they came out, right? But yeah, it's inappropriate. I mean, Starro. I mean, Superman can't deal with Starro by himself, let
correct.
alone freaking Deadshot, right? What the hell?
No,
Yeah.
it's not
Somehow Harley
Deadshot.
Quinn's
It's
going to take him on.
Bloodsport.
I just said
It's Deadshot.
Bloods.
That's what.
It's Deadshot. Yeah.
No, it's Bloodsport, not
In the
Deadshot.
movie, his character
Fake
is
Miko.
supposedly Bloodsport. Idris Elba. I
Oh,
don't.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's interesting. Um, let me catch up with the chat real quick because we're getting a little ahead of them. Let me see. Tolfer, yeah, okay. The Willie Mammoth says Sam Jackson is a Hughes comic book geek too, which makes it better. Well, the guys who did the Ultimate, they're the ones that did it. They drew it as Samuel L. Jackson because that's who they wanted to have on board. So it's really cool he came on. I love that. Roger Sella, I
Mhm.
found out that Chadwick Boseman just passed away, and now I'm wondering who will be the Black Panther now. Yeah, it's a problem for them. We didn't really cover that on the channel here. No particular disrespect. I mean, for me, condolences to his family and his friends for sure. He died way too young, ridiculously too
Yeah.
young.
Very, very
43.
suddenly.
Yeah,
Incredible that he kept it to himself.
and he did. And some people seem to be upset about that, but I think it's just professionalism.
I mean,
But
it's his business.
it is his business, yeah. But I didn't really cover it here in particular because I didn't have anything to say. I'm not really a fan of Bozeman. I think I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm not really a fan of it. I think it's sad as hell. But I didn't feel any need to just pile on. Because everybody chatting about the special, things for Chadwick Boseman and stuff like that. And I actually have an article to get to in a minute, which I am going to talk about a touch. So I'll let me hold off on that. Fred Ward would be a great Nick Fury. Yeah, he would. I think he's getting a bit old now, but he would be cool. Fred Ward, I thought you meant Fred Willard, and was like, what? Okay, no. right? Suicide Squad was more of a dirty dozen than Cosmic should stay with that way. I 100% agree. I think it's dumb. Yeah, that first movie suffered so badly. You have frickin' Harley Quinn, who's useless as shit, running at the Enchantress with a frickin' baseball bat. I mean, are you kidding me?
Yeah,
It's
only she can do it.
Yeah, only she can do it. It's dumb.
Our top secret team of people perfect for this job. Didn't they, like, in that first movie, literally create the problem themselves? Like, Enchantress was part of the Suicide Squad, but then she escapes and then becomes a cosmic entity, so
Booster.
they have to get the Suicide Squad to deal with
Yeah,
the problem that they
yeah,
created
yeah,
themselves.
yeah,
Booster.
Oh,
yeah.
what?
Yeah, it's a really bad movie.
It is
Yeah.
a bad movie. And that's not even
It's not
getting
good.
into the bad acting. That actress playing Katana, they introduced her horribly. They just kind of threw her at you.
This is Katana! Her sword is magic, and it steals souls!
That's right. That's right.
I love that dialogue. Oh my
Now,
god.
she's an actual Japanese girl. We know her here in Japan, and she's a horrible actress here, right?
Oh.
She's one of those icon girls, that she's pretty and shows off her boobies, kinda. She's a tease, and her acting was bad. It was really bad, but it wasn't as bad as that insect-looking Japanese girl they had in the Wolverine movie there, where he went to Japan. God, that girl was ugly.
She's ugly.
It was
Oh my
just
god.
terrifying. Yeah.
The
Um,
forehead.
yeah, the forehead, right? But she's just an alien-looking girl. Let's see.
Which
Well, should is a strong word. Okay, okay. Folding clothes is more entertaining than Suicide Squad. Yeah, me, Green Lantern King is really bad. Let's see. Didn't the
I
comics?
wanted to like that movie so bad.
Oh no, I think we all wanted to because it's a great
And
concept, man. The trailers are badass.
I wanted to really like Jared Leto as the Joker. I was like, no, because I had been following his career before that. I was going, guys, no, you don't understand. He's a really great actor. You should see.
Yeah,
And then I watched it, and I went, oh no.
it was really bad.
Oh, he's trying way too hard.
And it's because they had a. I don't know if he's won an Oscar. I know he's nominated for one, but
He has won a Best Supporting Actor for Dallas Buyers
yeah,
Project
yeah.
because he did the method acting for his tranny character he did, right? So he figured he would try that again with the Joker.
Yeah, and
All he did
as
was
a
piss
gangster,
everyone off.
missed but see,
Yeah.
the problem with Leto in that role was the same problem we got with who's the dude that did Venom? He's actually a very good
Tom
actor.
Hardy.
Tom Hardy. Same. I
Mm.
think the same thing happened with both those guys because they're big names. No one said, "No, that's dumb. You can't do that. You got to do this." No one stood up and said no. Same thing with Lucas. Someone not saying no, George. No, George. Someone. No one.
No!
There was no.
No!
Well, there should have been. You need the no guy. You need that guy,
Yeah.
right? And that was the problem, I think. Let me try to. God, goodness gracious! Didn't the comics do a version of Starro where he was smaller and more like a face-hugging mind controller alien? Well, that's one of the little starlets. Starro would seed planets with little versions of himself. Starro's actually a big, giant, space-sized thing. But yeah, absolutely. Many Starros. That's right. This sounds like a Seinfeld bit. Did anyone read Ostrander's Suicide Squad run? Supervillains were only used for abilities. There were superheroes as field commanders. Watch the first mission, Impossible movie. That's Task Force X. Okay, all right, cool. Thanks, Nick.
Hmm.
But I'm going to move on. But do you guys have anything you want to add to this Suicide Squad? Test screening leaks here. Ratcatcher, Waititi is Ratcatcher, and of course Starro is the main villain.
YTD is Ratcatcher.
Yeah,
That's
they're gonna
kinda
kill
cool.
him off immediately though, and they're putting in a female version. They're gender swapping the Ratcatcher. See?
Mm-hmm. Like making a Ratcatcher Junior or something. Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. Whatever.
Whatever. And look, a little old Harley Quinn over in the back in a red dress. It's all busted up. In that movie, the Birds of Prey movie, right? Or the Harley Quinn movie, which then they changed the name. uh, you know, they wanted it to be this feminist emancipation. They even put it in the title, right? But they totally missed the whole point of why Harley Quinn was popular in the movie anyway. TNA, TNA.
Yeah. The only reason the boys came to see that one.
Yeah, well, because she's a sexy little thing, dude. She is a sexy little
Mhm.
thing. I mean, I don't have any problem with her at all. Margot Robbie, I think she's fine. I think age is hammering her hard and quick, which is really unfortunate because she's not old, dude. She's very young, but age is just absolutely killing her. It's sad. But she's just
Brutal.
it is brutal, dude. But I mean, she's TNA, and she was sexy as shit in that movie, dude. She was sexy, dude. Right? I mean, not what was the lady in Until Dusk the Dawn?
Huh?
The woman in Dusk Till
Selma
Dawn.
Hayek?
Yeah, there we go. Thanks, Salma Hayek. Yeah, she's not that level, but
Well,
still,
it's tough. That one's tough.
that is tough, dude. Salma owns it. She's the queen. Anyway, let's move on. It's whatever. Now
She
this
got
one right
2
here.
Golden Globes.
She does,
Okay.
dude. She killed it. But now this one right here is really an article for Booster, because being a black man and all, he can have an
Mhm,
opinion on
mhm.
this where we're not allowed.
As
So
the fellow blacks, yes.
the fellow blacks, yes.
Right.
Go ahead and read the
Cyborg
title.
actor
Yeah.
Ray Fisher responds to Warner Brothers' statement on Justice League misconduct accusations. What has he got to say?
Okay.
Weren't
Well,
they saying that Joss Whedon was a bit of a prick? Is
well,
that the accusations?
that was part of it. And now I went through and I read this entire article, and I remember reading an article or two before about this. And I could be wrong, so you guys either here with me or in the chat, correct me if I'm wrong. But from reading this article, for what I understand, he's complaining because he made suggestions for his character, and the director, Josh Whedon, and the people around were like, "Yeah, no, we're not going to do that." And he's
Oh, is that
upset.
it?
Yeah,
He's
and he
a bit of a
feels like he
whinge
was
about it.
abused and his racism or what have you. And basically, reading the article, this Fisher kid, he seems like a freaking brat. He seems like a
I was
brat.
gonna say, who is Ray Fisher?
Yeah, who are you, dude? You're nobody. I
I'm
mean,
sorry. Is you Will Smith?
no.
Are you Idris Elba? Are you a big draw? No, you're Ray Fisher. I ain't heard you. Sit the fuck back down.
Yeah, I mean, and the funny thing about these accusations he's putting out, is the fact that we know right well, Josh Whedon, he can put aside his politics and make a movie. We know he can. We've seen it, right? But Josh
Mhm.
Whedon is one of the most feckless, dripping freaking SJWs you're going to find in Hollywood. I mean, he's
Yeah.
100% indoctrinated. So what are you talking about, Ray? That dude is absolutely willing to get on his knees and beg you because you're black. And it looks like all of the responses coming out of Warner Brothers to from Hamada and stuff like that to Fisher, they're bending over backwards to appease him, and it's only because he's black. Clearly. Because who cares, dude? You made some suggestions, they didn't take it, finished. There's no accusations of racism. He said, "Well, we had to work hard." Suck it up, Buttercup. I mean, this kind of stuff is what he's complaining about. He's not actually making any accusations about racism, other than the fact that I'm a black man, I gave an opinion, and it wasn't listened to. So, I mean now you guys correct me if I'm wrong, but from everything I've read, this seems to be what it is. And I know Jeff Johns was part of the argument as well. He was complaining to Jeff Johns because I guess he was creating the structure of the movie. And of course, we do know that the whole thing with Justice League was messed up anyway because that was Schneider movie. They had no patience. The guy's daughter died, and they like, oh well, we got to keep going. The show must go on. They brought Whedon in and it completely screwed it up. So we
Yeah,
know all
yeah.
that, right? We know that. But so you guys are saying Jeff Johns is not to be trusted. Okay, that's fine. And Joe would like an explanation, but I don't care about that. What I'm saying is, from what I've read in this article and a couple others, the only thing Ray Fisher is complaining about is simply he was not listened to. And it's like, you are a young actor. If you want to show some initiative and give some opinions, I think that's probably appreciated. But, sit down and shut up, dude. I mean, honestly. You think this is helping his career? You think he's going to get more jobs now because of this little tantrum he's throwing?
He's gonna get him.
Yeah. No, I think he is a brat, Roger. Thunder, are you still with us?
Yeah, I'm here. My wife just wants to be annoying tonight. Um,
Well, I mean, she's more
the
important than we are, dude.
yeah, but she's going to bed anyway. No, it's just the same stuff. He's more upset because he wasn't listened to than he is about any potential misconduct.
Yeah,
That's
but
all it
where
is.
where does he get off thinking he should be listened to? I don't understand. I've never heard of Ray Fisher. He's a young up and coming actor. You would think he would be eager and just shut his damn mouth, right?
Yeah,
Entitlement.
you would think.
You would think, dude. And of course, in the Schneider cut that's coming up, we saw the trailer, right? And it look, and they're one of the things they're putting back into the four-part series is much more of his story that they left on the cutting room floor. So he's actually going to get more FaceTime in the upcoming Schneider cut. So, but I mean, it's just this is so dumb, dude. You're talking
Oh,
backroom
oh my
politics
god.
and stuff. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I guess. He they
Um, his role as Cyborg is literally the only movies he's been in.
Yeah, no, he's an unknown guy. I don't know why he's going off
Yeah.
like this. And I'm not kidding, guys. I've read a few articles regarding this because when I read this article today, I remember we talked about it a little bit offhand. So I went and I looked and read other articles to try to figure out, what was going on. But I couldn't find anything other than what I just told you. He's literally upset because they worked too hard, too long. It was tough, and he had opinions that weren't listened to. That's it. I can't find anything else, dude. And he's got an investigator. He's like they said, well, we looked into it, and there's a problem. He says, I want a private investigator, a third party. He's really showing his ass with this an incredible amount of stuff. It goes on and on. But like I'm saying, the
Oh my
only thing
god.
I can see is what I just told you. He's just a little spoiled brat, and he's bitching about nothing. And it's like, dude, you're killing your career. Um, you know,
What happened? Did they like twist his nipples and flick pennies at him and say, "Dance, black boy"? What's going on?
I think the young people don't have a very good work ethic, dude. I mean, that's always kind of true. You're young, you want to be playing. You don't. Most young people are not dedicated yet. I mean, it takes most people a little longer. But we had the older community around you to say, straighten up, boy. Get going where you need to go. Where, come on, girl, what are you doing? And we've kind of lost that because people are afraid to speak. But I'm telling you, that's coming back. That's coming back in a radical rough way. Things are gonna go hard, I think, because people are sick and tired of this crap, dude. I mean, do you see the absolute backlash against these black bloc people? I'm not sure if I can use the other words. They probably kick me off. Thunder, I think this kid made a very bad assessment because he thought he probably had some push because of what's going on. But the push back against this stuff is he. I think he just killed his career personally.
It'll depend. It'll really depend on how well this Snyder cut does. To be honest, if it does well, he'll be fine, and it'll just be memory hold. If not, then it'll be a lodestone around his neck, and he won't get any more work.
Yeah, I just don't understand the entitlement. I keep saying this, right? But the entitlement we see and talk about over we're doing this 2 years now, right? I just can't believe the frickin' entitlement out of these young people, dude.
Yeah,
A little rebellion is fine, but it's just like Jesus, dude. What is, grow up, man. Nixie says, Chester, this is not a hill you want to die on. Fisher might be wrong in the way he handled it, but Johns is to blame. Oh, cool. Well, let me know then. Let me know what's going on because all I've been able to see is he's a spoiled little brat. Now, if you guys have more information, please tell me, or come on in here and tell us, right? Directly. We
Nick,
have
he
to
does
have.
have a point about Jeff Johns and what he's been doing to the extended like films and shit.
Well,
Just
explain.
about all of the movies he has touched in some kind of way. All the TV shows, CW and everything. It has kind of had a little bit of his guiding hand.
Uh huh.
And I've noticed that everything he seems to touch is just fucking poison.
Yeah, but what does that have to do with working hard and we're not going to take you brand new first time actors' opinion on something? What does that have to do with
I'm
Jeff Johns?
I'm not sure honestly. Nick C seems to believe that Jeff Johns threatened his career, but I don't know much about that.
Well, I mean, if you go down and look at the interactions, because this Fisher kid keeps pushing and pushing and pushing, they get a little heated. Yeah, but that's because he started it though, as far as the Twitter threads and stuff are concerned. But anyway, if something develops out of this, or you guys have more information, or you want to come on and talk about it, please do. But because Jeff Johns, I've heard a lot of negative things about him being involved with the movie stuff, and they seem to be true, but I'm not sure exactly how they're connected. But whatever. All right, let's move on then. Let's move on here. Now, this one is perfect for Thundero. It's just perfect.
DC celebrates Beyonce, RBG, AOC, and more as Wonder Woman of history.
All right.
Oh
Now,
my god, who's that gremlin-looking bitch in the middle?
well, that is Ruth. That is RBG, Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Now, here's
Oh,
the
that
thing.
woman who's not actually alive, and they take her
Yes,
around like
the
freaking a Weekend at Bernie style.
Psycho's mom. Yeah, that's right. Perfect. But now, here's the thing. Do I have a problem with Wonder Woman doing a comic book dedicated to famous women in history? No. Why would I? Why would anybody? It's kind of what Wonder Woman does from time to time. That's not the issue at all. Here's the issue. Let's take a look at the list of people who are going to be honored and focused on in little vignettes in this book. You guys ready? I know Thunder's going to love this. He's going to love
Let's go.
it.
Let's do
He's
this.
going to love it.
Mm.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Mhm. The girl again in through a loophole, and is probably not going to hold her seat. She's a one-term, very noisy, very loudly, big-time liar, Democrat. Now, how is she a woman of history? That's odd.
Mm.
That's odd. Now, Ruth.
She's gonna make history.
Well, is she? That's odd. Now, Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
She's gonna be the first donkey-faced woman to become president.
Maybe. But Ginsburg, now, you can't argue that. You might not like Ginsburg. I certainly don't. But you cannot argue the woman has had an absolute storied career. First female Supreme Justice, as far as I know, right? So I get Ginsburg. She deserves to be on the list, whether you like her or not. She does, right? But what about Elizabeth Warren, Thundero? Does she deserve to be on this list? Pocahontas.
Well, they had to pick an Indian, all right? They had to get one in there.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
Diversity's sake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gets better. Rashida Tlaib.
Why are they using her slave name and not running with running with coyotes? Whatever the fucking name is.
I think it's running with scissors, to be honest with you, because she falls and cuts herself all the time. But Elizabeth Warren, ridiculous. Ginsburg, I agree with. She is a woman of history. She's important, actually. Rashida Tlaib, who? She's new. She's noisy. She's absolute racist, bigot, right? So how is she a woman of history, though? Wonder Women of history is what they're doing, right? Tara Frazier. Anybody know who that is? Anybody?
I
Hands
have
up.
to
Hands up.
stop this really quickly. I'm very triggered. I can't believe they're calling it history and not her story.
Oh, you're right. They should have done that. They should have done that. Yeah. The next one's
Good
beautiful.
evening and
Hey, what's up, Slick?
good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. But look at the next one, guys. Slick's going to love this one particularly, I know. Beyonce. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Not Aretha Franklin, not Patti LaBelle, not Simone or any of the other amazing women, black women, singers who, Aretha Franklin particularly. How many freaking doors did she kick in? Right? No, you got to put in Beyonce. The good enough.
Don't talk shit about Queen Bee.
Well, Beyonce is a great entertainer. She's not a great singer. She's not a great dancer. She's a great entertainer. And I won't want to take anything away from her. She's very good at what she does. But is she a Wonder Woman of history? Beyonce? I'm just saying there are, in that category of black female singers, there are so many better choices.
She's Nebotica.
Well, no, I mean, I'm talking about black women in the 20th century. Automatically, I would throw Aretha Franklin in over her easily.
Oh yeah, no, Aretha Franklin would definitely be somebody. I would also say Ella Fitzgerald.
Ella Fitzgerald, absolutely. That's probably even better.
I still say Aretha's the greatest female singer of all time.
Aretha
that I've
is
ever
good.
heard.
Yeah, no,
She's
she is
up.
good.
She's definitely up there.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to argue with on that. I love Aretha Franklin, but Ella Fitzgerald is even a better choice because she did have to break down a lot of barriers to be successful. Actually,
Yeah.
Aretha owns a lot of her success to Ella, and
Mhm.
she would say that openly, right? Of course, she's dead now, and she had a little whore come and whore it up on her at her funeral. Isn't that wonderful? Anyway, um, that's a little
You know
cum
what I like
bracelets
about?
girl. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I like about Ella Fitzgerald? The lady was still performing about 6 months before she died.
Oh yeah, no, Ella was amazing, dude. Billie Holiday, yeah, yeah, good choice.
Yeah, Billy too.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just saying, I don't want to knock on Beyonce because I think she's really good at what she does. But I mean, but how many barriers did she face? None. The world was opened up by previous women, right? And she just had a free run at it. I mean, do keep in mind the only reason Beyonce even got her chance was because on In Vogue, was it In Vogue? Yeah, In Vogue retired, and her little TLC or whatever it was called had a chance to come up and take that spot. And keep in mind, they were hack. In Vogue, those ladies were badass, dude. Badass, right? Really great trio of singers. And the TLC took the place because there was nothing else around to fill it, right? That's why Beyonce's here, is because a great trio retired. Yeah. And I remember I was in Taiwan when that happened. I remember very clearly because we got the first TLC album, my wife did, and it was
All right, Chester. Don't go chasing the waterfalls.
don't go
Jesus Christ.
chasing waterfall. Come on now,
Well, I can summarize the rest of this list. Very few people even know who they are.
yeah, no, sure.
I don't know how they're Wonder Women of history when you have to Google them to know who they are. And I am a humongous history nerd, and I don't know who they are.
The only thing I know about Janelle Monáe, I know she's like a singer and stuff, but she had that like cylinder on her forehead and before everybody else did.
That's true. That is true. Edith Windsor, I maybe give a little bit of a nod to her. Dominique Dawes, no, no.
No.
Serena Williams, maybe.
Eh,
She did break out female tennis, dude. She did.
I would.
Who's that little black gymnast and the one that won all the medals and smiley little gal?
And then it came
I
out
am
that
so
she was
excited
sexually
by these
abused.
comments.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
Sad.
well, is that the one?
That's sad. I don't know. Maybe she's on this
Yeah.
list. I don't know. But
I
one
don't
thing
know.
about this list that you might have noticed by now is yeah, you're right. Destiny's Child. That's right. That's right. No, In Vogue were the badasses, and then Beyonce came with Destiny's Child to kind of fill their retirement spot, and they're wrong. This sounds like an Anchorman bit, Chester Burgundy. Thank you. Thank you very much. But you notice one thing about all these women here? They're all Democrats.
I would give it to Serena
No.
before I would give it to Beyonce.
Oh, sure.
Because
They're all demon rats. That's
I
weird.
mean, at least Serena's success is because she is the absolute best female at what she does.
Oh yeah.
Beyonce's success is because she has sex with the absolute best men at what they do. So
Yeah.
she gets pushed.
You know, one of the most shocking thing we did on this show was a long time ago. I was just checking. We're having a conversation. I imagined that Beyonce had made a lot more money because she is a great entertainer. Had made a lot more money than her man there, well, that ugly rapper guy. What's his name? Damn it. You guys know what her name is, but his name is. But that dude, I figured, she must make a lot more money than him. Dude, he's 10 times richer than she is.
Yeah, he's a billionaire.
Yeah, I'm like, damn,
Yeah, he's a
dude.
businessman. He's the one who she was already big before they got married, but I mean, let's be honest, she's a complete idiot. Like, if you've ever heard this woman talk, I bet she has like a 90 IQ, and I'm not even trying to be mean. Like, seriously, she's really stupid.
Well, that
But
would
she
be
can
it.
sing and has nice features.
Oh, she's
That's all she
sexy.
needed to know.
But I mean,
Are
she
you
that's
guys
above.
talking about Jay-Z?
Yeah, Jay-Z.
Yeah.
That's above
he's like
average
a
for her
billionaire.
demographic, by the way. But
Well,
don't bring that up, Chester. What are you doing? But no, Jay-Z. Yeah, no, thank you very much, Slick and Joe. I checked it live. It was a long time ago on the show. I was like, no, someone said it. It might have even been Booster or Denali or someone said it. But Jay-Z is way richer than her, and I was like, how? How? because she's a big time draw, dude. Beyonce, she makes bank, dude. But
Yeah,
that's a rich guy, man.
he's a billionaire.
Yeah,
He's a businessman.
kind of like Diddy, Puff a Diddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey.
Wow, he's actually correct. Nick C in the chat. Chester, I'm not even going to try that Chinese name, is the head of the Wuhan Institute of Virology. She called out Trump after Winnie the Pooh told her to. So quite literally, DC is
Xi
now
Jinping.
pushing, just straight up pushing
Xi
Chinese,
Jinping.
the CCP's party line.
Oh no,
Wow.
we see them all doing that, and yeah, I understand that they're all
Why isn't the
supporting the
sister
Democratic Party. Yeah, huh?
Why isn't the sister of Fat Boy from North Korea on this list?
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah,
The
no, I
first
know who she is.
female dictator.
And why should she be on this list? Who is she? She's nobody, right? And that's the thing with this list. I mean, you're talking about Wonder Women of history. Now, of course, we would think of Amelia Earhart, Florence Nightingale, et cetera, et cetera. Now, they've probably done this before. I don't think this is the first time they've done Wonder Women of history. Obviously they've probably done it before, so they've probably done them already. I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt, thinking they probably have. But this is a shit list, dude. There are so many women here that would be a better choice, much better choice. Where is Michelle Obama?
Where's Michelle Obama? Where's Margaret Thatcher? Where's, as much as I dislike it, where's Hillary Clinton?
Yeah.
Compared to them, I mean, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Did they mention that lady who was like president or prime minister of Turkey, and then Gandhi's wife?
Yep.
Where's the female president of Croatia?
Yeah. There's a wonderful.
Did they have Merkel on there? Is Merkel on here?
No, they should though.
And
for this particular topic, that we could go on and on, dude.
What about the lady who wrote the original computer code?
Oh yeah,
she doesn't get a mention. That was the most important discovery of the last 100 years, or at least direct invention by one person.
Yeah, and where's Oprah? Yeah.
Oprah's not on this list?
Yeah, sorry, Thunder. Continue. Yeah.
No, you're fine. I just don't understand this list. This list is clearly political. And, they're not even trying to hide it. It's all political.
Oprah's not on this list.
No. Yeah, no, she's not. Where is Sophie Tucker?
Get Oprah. Where's Ellen DeGeneres?
Well, I mean, I'm just saying that none of those people would qualify. To be honest with you, Oprah maybe she did open a lot of doors, but it's ridiculous. Not only are they all very much socialist, there's also pretty much most of the people here are all POCs, as they call them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is
conveniently.
It's just kind of
insane, dude. BIPOC
pieces of crap. That's terrible.
BIPOC.
I wouldn't want to call them pieces of crap. That's terrible.
Changing it all the time.
That's the worst thing in the world. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's freaking newspeak.
Almost. Let's see here. Joe says
they should be POSs, people of standing, stature.
Yeah.
POSs.
Oh, people, I'd like to stand on me.
Wonder Woman's movie was the first female action hero according to New History. What? What?
Mm-hmm.
No, they mean the first good one.
Oh, no, you're out, dude. You're out.
And by good, I mean decent.
There were plenty of good female action heroes before.
It was a good movie until the third act.
Yeah.
I mean, who is your favorite female action hero, Slick?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, in movies or
cinema history? Yeah.
I really like The Bride. I also like Celine from Underworld.
She's cool.
I really dug that, and then Ripley. So.
Yeah, I probably have to lean toward Ripley. She did such a good job, Sigourney Weaver. What do you think, Thundero?
Hang on, I'm dying.
Okay, let him die.
No, it's wrong too. I would have to say Sarah Connor.
Yeah, no, she did a good job.
She's good, but she's not my favorite.
Yeah.
She's fantastic from beginning to end in Terminator 2. She
They
is.
just fucked her up too much now with the last
Well,
movie.
those
So.
movies don't even exist as far as I'm concerned.
Well, Joe, we're covering that now. Yeah, we're covering that now. Jackie Brown.
Yeah, Joe.
I was so on
keep your pants on for crying out loud.
Anyway, let's move on here. Unless you guys have something else you want to add to this dead horse.
No.
Yeah, it's
No.
dumb.
I
It's dumb.
hate women.
Yeah, we know that. Yeah. Chester always reading my comments wrong. Joe's upset with me. He's upset. All right, now the next couple little things I have here. I just want to talk about comic books, if you guys don't mind.
I remember
What?
comics.
No,
On
no.
Comics News Today, you
friggin'
madman.
nerd. What's wrong with you?
Yeah. Well, everything's been comic related, of course. That was the comic book we were just talking about. But now, like I said, I need to catch up on the Empire thing. Now, the Empire basically is once again the Kree and the Skrull, right? And it sounds like they're going to alter it radically. I'm behind on it, but it sounds like they're going to radically alter the status quo in the galaxy, I suppose. But have any of you guys read Empire at all?
Nope.
Nope.
I have to say, Miss Marvel's actually kind of pretty on that cover I'm looking at right there.
Yeah.
Bad.
Unusually pretty. That's amazing. Somebody's figured out aesthetics.
Yeah, well, because in the video game, the Avengers video game, she's ugly as sin, dude.
Oh my gosh, it looks like somebody hit her with a baseball bat right in the
Yeah.
face.
That feels like that video game's going through another little phase graphically, like in the late 2010s, video games were all brown and
character
gray.
in that has uncanny valley. It's like
that's sadly becoming a bit of a trend in gaming right now. If you've seen like Mortal
Ugly
Kombat
women?
11 or Injustice 2,
uncanny valley or ugly
yeah.
women.
No, ugly
Uncanny
women.
Valley.
They're
And
both.
and ugly woman, incidentally.
Both uncanny ugly women.
Yeah.
Even my wife the other day, we were watching something on Netflix, I think, and she was like, she actually looked at me and said this, and I chuckled. She says, "You notice that all the women are ugly now?" And I was like, "Yes, dear.
Yeah,
Yes,
but ugly.
Yes, I have, dear. Yes."
Yes.
Anyway,
for another Hades period, huh?
Yeah, I mean, pretty women are being discriminated against.
they
It's
are.
strange.
Well, they always have been. But the Empire, anyway, just kind of stick to the topic here. The Empire thing. I've read some of it, and I need to catch up on it. I really do. But I don't like it, dude. I don't like it. I don't like it.
I can't even give you anything about it because I haven't been paying attention.
Well, it is the big
Marvel ain't getting my money anymore.
It is the big event, so I kind of have.
Well, that's fantastic. I'll wait for the trade.
It's I don't like it though. I don't like what they're doing, but then again, I haven't liked what they're doing in quite a while. Next over here, they have the Rise of Ultraman. Now, it's interesting to me because when I was a kid, I remember the old little Ultraman things you get at the video store, right? And they were horrible. They were really horrible. And then, of course, I've had children here in Japan, so they grew up watching the Ultraman, and they were horrible. They were really bad.
And some of them Chester even knows about. It's amazing.
No, well, of course, I watched them. The kids, they were really bad though. But they're made for little, like 3, 4, 5-year-old kids. That's what they're made for. But recently,
sort of like Power Rangers or something.
Well, it would be the predecessor to that, actually.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
But recently, Ultraman has been having a bit of a revival. There was an animated series that wasn't bad. My kids didn't like it much, but I thought it was all right. And now here we have the Rise of Ultraman #1. The cover art looks freaking awesome, dude. Are you guys interested in reading Ultraman?
That's Alex Ross.
No.
Yeah, that's what he looks like. It's really good. It's a great cover art. Yeah.
I kind of want to read Captain Marvel because I see her coffin there. I'm hoping that's true, but it probably won't be.
I don't know if that's her coffin, is it?
No, it has her little star on it.
Oh, it is.
But it's got a hammer.
What's that all about?
She's probably stole the hammer from Thor already.
Probably, yeah. That's not Mjolnir though. It's not Stormbreaker either. I don't know what that is. I wasn't even going to mention that one.
It's probably called Ballbuster.
Probably, probably. They keep pushing the Miss Marvel thing. They're not going to give up on that. What is this star thing? Didn't even know this existed. Someone help me. Let's see. Rebel Gaming. Hey, what's up, dude? Larry's in here. Kamala Khan is quirky but yet cool. She is awkward but someone I can relate to. She started out cool. I thought she was pretty cool. What the hell? I'm gonna click on this. What the hell is this star thing, dude?
I like the
Star.
character design on Star.
Oh, it's
Did that guy say? Did that guy say he could relate to Kamala Khan?
he's being facetious.
I mean, really?
Yeah.
I want to hear. I want to hear it, even if it is facetious.
It's Ronin's
Black
hammer.
Order.
Oh yeah, you're right, Joe. It is Ronin's hammer, the accuser. You're
So it
absolutely
seems
right.
like a
Oh, she
a
stole
team-based
Ronan.
movie.
Yeah, accusers. Oh, that's
Yeah.
typical of her.
Yeah, but I mean, can she handle Ronin?
She can handle anybody. She's a Captain Mary Sue.
Yeah.
They're telling me.
Mary
Yeah.
Sue, authoritarian.
Wow,
The boys in
traditionally
the
she
chat
can't handle it. Yeah, I see it, dude.
are
Yeah, go ahead.
saying that Star is a spin-off of Captain Marvel. Right?
And the
And
Black.
this is written by Kelly Thompson.
Oh.
So yeah.
Ew.
I say skip this.
Okay, I'm
I've
sorry. I
fantastic.
apologize, chat. I
Speaking
apologize.
of facetious, fantastic.
Yeah, fantastic. This is September's. This is August new releases, of course, just so you guys know. We have the more Empire here, which, like I said, I'm way behind. We have Ravencroft. I don't know what this is either, but I like to see new
Ravencroft?
stuff, though.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. Now, there looks like they're still doing the, trying to put Spider-Man with Cat. What do you guys think about them always trying to, every now and then they try to throw Black Cat at him, and I feel like they're trying to do the Batman thing.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it's. I don't know.
What's
we'll
up
never
with the
get real
white spider
Spider-Man
on
back.
his chest, though?
It's because of the game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which, for once, they decided to try and cross-market something, but
Yeah.
I think he should just absolutely check it because she's got big old titties.
Well, hasn't he though? I thought he already
he
had
has
them.
like a dozen times by now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's nailed her. Yeah.
I'm glad. I'm happy. Moving on.
She hasn't
Moving on.
chased him around for 30 years and not gotten any play.
Well, I don't understand why they mess with him and Mary Jane. But they got to mess with it. Got to mess with it.
Let's not bring up one more day. Just let's.
Oh, Jesus. All right.
No,
all right.
let's talk about that for half
That
an
is
hour.
Booster's fault. Okay. X Factor is on Krakoa again. All right, that's fine. Web of Venom. The Wraith. Didn't they try to? Why are they bringing this character back, dude?
Donny Cates again. I'm gonna lie. Donny Cates' Venom run has been pretty damn cool. If you haven't been reading that.
Yeah, I don't like it either, Joe. Yeah. And then a standard thing by Spencer and Bagley for Spider-Man. Might be good.
And yeah, I don't like that white spider logo. That's why as soon as I start that game,
Are
I switch to suit.
Are they putting? Sorry to interrupt you.
switch
I'm
to
sorry.
skins
I
in the game.
apologize.
Yes.
I know. I got that too, dude. I got that too. Go ahead, Slick. Go ahead, man.
I was just wondering if they're putting Spider-Man in Arkham Asylum because it kind of looks like it. Just it's Ravencroft or whatever that is. Ravencroft.
I mean, that's what it is. Let's be honest. I really hate the double Spider-Man run thing. I've never liked it. I've always thought it was stupid. You should have one run, one canon run, and that's it. Don't do these 3 different runs that they had at one point. Just stop. Pick your Spider-Man and run with it.
I agree. Yeah, and you're right, Joe. That's why Joe Quesada, which we did a big show on him a long time ago. But
yeah, Joe Q.
And it's funny because we're talking with art and stuff. I have my opinions, and I'm not afraid to say them. He's constantly, I constantly cause him to have to back up because, he don't want to say bad things about people in the industry, which I get. I 100% get that. But he particularly is very protective of Joe Quesada and Rob Liefeld for some reason. Because you guys know how I feel about Rob Liefeld.
Art's a sweetie. He is
a sweet guy. That is true. But Quesada, come on, dude. That dude screwed up a lot of stuff. I guess he's not Didio. He's not that level, but whatever. But this is what they have to offer, I guess. And
None of those guys that
I
Jim Shooter love. Forget about it.
Oh no, dude, fucking shooter, dude. That dude was a well, that's a ball buster. The thing is, Marvel is so out of my radar, man, because there's so many new things here. I didn't even hear about. I don't even know about them, dude. That's sad. That's so sad. I'm a Marvel guy, dude. What the hell happened? Because I mean, I'm reading a
I,
lot more indie stuff. Is really what I'm reading.
I'm right there with you. I used to be the biggest Marvel fanboy, and I just don't care.
That's sad, man. You know, that's
Yeah.
so sad, dude.
If somebody like tells me later on that there was a good run, I'll go maybe look up
Mm.
the trade and then read it through like in a shop. And if I like it, I'll buy it. If I don't, I just put it back on the shelf.
But see, that's how I am about DC, right? Because I don't really read a lot of DC stuff, but when I hear that, like the White Knight thing, Todd suggested, I read it, and he was right. It's really good. I liked it. It's just it's a sad realization for me, dude. Because there was a point in my life where I knew every single thing that was going on in Marvel, everything, right? I had a stack. My weekly pull list was, I don't know,
Well,
a dozen.
when I was 20 something, and I was in college, and I had to pick and choose because I didn't have a lot of money. No, I'm not like you, Chester.
Yeah,
I
well,
really did.
I've never been. I'm not allergic to it. Let's put it that way.
But I just couldn't afford it. So like I had a pull of maybe 8 to 10 that I could scrounge up for.
Mhm.
But there were so many others back in like the late 80s and 90s. I just couldn't afford them all.
Yeah, no. I had I was a musician, so I could afford stuff.
Yeah,
But yeah,
bank.
yeah. Well, enough of that. But no, I had like at least a dozen books weekly. Marvel stuff, the occasional DC thing, Image stuff, especially back in the early '90s when they came out. So I read Savage Dragon, religiously, and then something happened to that Larson guy. Something happened. I don't. He had a lobotomy or something. I'm not sure. I mean, that book went sideways fast, and I was like, "What the hell?" And he's still making that thing, dude.
Didn't he kill off the original Savage Dragon and
Oh, I didn't get that deep, but it was, I loved it in the beginning. I don't know what the hell happened to him, all that stuff back in the day. Dark Horse, I was a huge Dark Horse fan, but
yeah, they were great, man.
yeah, they were, dude. They had some really good stuff. They took that. One of my favorite Dark Horse stuff was, I can't remember the name of it, but there was this book where this guy is like a leper or something like that. It's like a bad disease in our modern world, and somehow or another he gets thrown back in time, and he's in this world where everyone has like they're part of caste. Like one of the characters was like a seamstress level 3 or 4 or something like that. He was in this world and he became like a hero in this world, and they did a Light and Dark, maybe. I can't remember. But the DC Comics got the rights, and they put out a great freaking series on that, dude. You guys remember that book I'm talking about? Damn it, I can't remember.
Sounds familiar, but
I do
I don't
not.
think I ever bought it.
Anyway,
But you loved it. But you loved it.
I
And
did love it.
that's the important
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. I look forward to the 5 guys who are currently reading this stuff being the caretakers of this lost age of Marvel, though. Yeah, well, we're trying, dude. We're trying. Whatever. Let's move over to the last little bit here for today. This right here is just a kind of a pull list for everything that's coming out right now. And I thought we'd go through here, and if you guys saw anything you want to talk about, we could click on it and talk about it. So this is just
I
a
can
list.
name 3 comics. Everything else I'm reading is backlog.
Oh yeah, well that's cool though. That's cool too. We got stuff from Ablaze, which I don't even know this company. Graveyard Wars, I don't know it. Um, uh, this looks like I don't know what that is. Let's see. Dead Day, Billionaire Island. Nope, nope, nope. Fox and Rabbit. Nope. Planet Comics, Archie, wonderful. Devil's Highway, Old Haunt. I see. You guys call out if you see something that looks familiar. Boom is putting out a ton of crap. Why is Boom all IP now? Buffy,
Because it's
Faithless.
the only thing they can get
Probably
to sell.
because that's their business model now.
Yeah, the
It
Jim
just,
Henson Labyrinth thing isn't that bad though. That's not bad. Magicians is crap. That is crap. Power Rangers, that's being successful. Seven Secrets seems somewhat familiar. Maybe I did read the first one. I might have. Um, yeah, Slaughterhouse
Slaughterhouse
Five.
5.
Yeah, yeah,
Something is killing the children. Okay.
yeah. Number 8. Now we talked about that one before. Let's see the Slaughterhouse Five. What are they doing with this? White screen. Huh. Yeah. Kurt Vonnegut's classic adapted and graphic novel. Damn.
Yeah.
It's Kurt Vonnegut. That's interesting. Ooh, I might have to check that out, dude. Did you guys ever read Slaughterhouse Five?
I think I
I
did.
did a long time ago, and so long ago it's vaguely familiar. I never was a Vonnegut guy though, so
I like Vonnegut. Yeah.
I mean, it's not saying that he's a good writer. Just he never grabbed me, and I mean, like Heinlein. I read just about everything of his. So
Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's just the Slaughterhouse Five, not a bad book. I'm gonna check that out, dude. And I like Boom anyway. Um, so yeah, that's on my list. All right, you guys. Damn it, there's so much crap I don't know. Dark Horse, Blackwood. All right, Cyberpunk 2077. Nice,
Oh,
nice.
Cyberpunk. I'm glad you brought Cyberpunk up. Because apparently today they confirmed that the game is going to have microtransactions in it. But according to them, it's only going to be in the multiplayer mode that they're going to release next year.
Skins and
Okay.
stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Hmm.
okay.
But it's still it
I'm not even a
it
gamer,
hurts
and that
me.
makes me irritated.
It hurts my heart, Chester.
No,
Because
it does. I agree.
CD
with you.
Projekt Red
I agree.
They were
has
the
always
chosen
been
one.
anti microtransactions. That's been one
Yeah.
of their biggest things.
Yep.
And I've been telling people they've been shifting more Western in their business and the way they do business. And I think this is going to be the first game where people really see it and feel it.
That would be such a bad move, dude. They would get hammered.
Yep.
They would get
Yep.
hammered.
They've already built up so much positivity around them.
Yes, they would. Yeah, that's not. I hope they don't do that. When did Boom get the Buffy IP? I don't know, dude, but they got it. And there is money to be made with that for sure. We are not ignorant wretches, Chester. Sorry.
What's Hench Girl? The trade paperback.
I don't know.
We had an Argos for a second.
It's right there under Dark Horse. Hench Girl.
I don't know. Let me check it out. Hench Girl, second edition.
Must have been done well. So second edition. Huh.
Oh, it's that
okay.
stupid Steven
Too
Universe
cartoony.
crap. Do I have to
Sorry.
accept this?
Oh,
Fine,
no.
I accept it.
Accept
Yeah,
it. You have to accept
as soon as I see the art, I'm like, nah.
And
Yeah,
I hate
yeah,
this
fuck
freaking
it.
Steven Universe crap. Yep, done. But there's a lot of that these days. Vonnegut's best was Galapagos, so underrated. Slaughterhouse Five, might have to check that out, dude. If they follow the book, that could really be good. Slaughterhouse Five is a good story. Unbeatable Squirrel Girl writer on Slaughterhouse Five. Lol. No, did I miss that? No.
Really?
No.
Is it that Winter guy? Is that his name?
No, the girl, right?
I thought it was a guy who was writing.
No, it's let's see, Albert.
Yeah,
Ryan
Ryan North.
Okay. It's not that girl I was thinking about. Yeah, that absolute hack.
No, she drew it. Like that's the one that drew it.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah. Oh
Henderson.
my God.
Henderson? Yeah. Something Henderson. I don't keep their names in my head because I just don't really give a shit about them.
Joe says a Sirens of Titan comic could work. You could actually make a multiverse comics of Vonnegut's books. Yeah, dude, I think it could be really cool if you get the right art. I don't know. I mean, they were using kind of the book cover art there. They didn't give us any idea what the interior looks like, which I think is a mistake. But maybe they just don't have access to it. Lady Celtic Moon, hello. Just got to the keyboard, but been here for an hour. Well, we're happy to have you here. Nick says, "Hey Chester, did you talk about Daniel Cherry? That was big news. Well, everybody's talked about it. We talked about it on the Pontificators extensively last week. Yeah, I mean, I'll get these guys' opinion, but we cover that real quick. Cherry is, of course, the World of Warcraft guy. He's a corporate guy. He's a yes man, and that's what he is, right? And a lot of people at World of Warcraft hated that bastard. Now they brought him over to DC. But here's the thing: he's going to do exactly what AT&T wants him to do. So in a way, he's the perfect choice for them.
Yeah, he's a fixer type guy. Like he's the type of guy you bring in when you need to clean house or fix things. Nobody's gonna like him. They're all gonna hate him.
Yeah.
Is he the new main
He's
editor?
the new boss. He's the boss.
Big boss. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. No.
And nobody's gonna like him. All the artists and everybody are gonna hate him, and he's gonna be fine with that because that's just who he is. He's a total prick when it comes to business, but he's been very successful at what he does. So
yeah. And it's and in the end, they do need to think about making money. They are a business. He's not he's not a political dude. He's not an SJW dude. He's not. He's a corporate yes man. Is exactly what he is. And like him or hate him, that's what he is. So I would say it's a step up in a way, in an odd way. I don't know. But I know that there was a disagreement across the panel when we were talking about it, but that's what I think anyway.
I think actually for the health of DC, it'll be a good move. It won't be necessarily for the health of the people that have been there for decades, because he's going to come in and rattle cages. Yeah. And you've been in a job for that long, you don't want your cage rattled. So
he's gonna rattle some cages.
Now, of course, with Activision Blizzard, he was very much taking his orders from China, right? But like I said, he's just a corporate yes man. So I guess the question is, how entwined is AT&T Warner Brothers with China? Is really the question.
Seems like everybody is completely nowadays, doesn't it?
It seems that way, doesn't it? Yeah. Oh well.
We'll see. In all honesty, when it comes to comic books, a little bit of Chinese bigotry might help us out a little bit here, because they would maybe at least keep them on task, keep them off of political messaging too much.
Yeah, I don't want to give it. If I can avoid it, I don't want to put any money in any Chinese coffers.
Yeah, I'm not going to give China any money either if I can avoid it too. But just overall, I think Cherry will probably end up being a good thing, even if everybody hates him. It'll end up being a good time while he's in charge.
Hopefully.
Because from what I'm reading here, he's basically in charge of everything.
Yeah, he's the boss. Yeah. And like I said, he is corporate. He's not some kind of politically based person. He's quite the opposite. But and the China thing, I don't want to get off on a big tangent, but just kind of give you guys some information with China. I'm in a better position to know exactly what's going on over here, right? China is in a very bad spot. Very bad spot. There are many countries around the world that are turning their back on them. They can't even get into the Indian Ocean right now. That's how locked down they are. They're actually at war with India. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but it's shots fired, and but for some reason they're fist fighting more. But here's the thing that turned out.
It is weird.
It is weird because they don't want to turn it into a hot war.
Attention to Vicini, man.
Well, the real
get into a land war in Asia.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, unless you're Asian, because they've been doing it a long time.
Yeah. But
I think the main reason it hasn't gone full hot is just because they're afraid of Western involvement if it does.
They are. I agree. Both of them are. But here's the thing that's kind of been a big shock to the Chinese regime is the Indians have been handing them their ass, right? Yeah. And what they come to find out is their army is not as badass as they thought. And of course, it's full of these little brats, because in China, if you're a male child, they're brats, dude. They're so incredibly spoiled, right? So they got that going on. You have disasters everywhere. There is 3 or 4 pandemics floating around, or not epidemics, floating around China. They have huge economic downturns, which China understands. One thing I give credit to China for is, the world is under a fiat currency. I don't want to get into economics, a lecture here, but we do live under a fiat currency, and what that means is there is no real money. There's no value behind your paper money or your coins at all, right? It's all fiat based. And a lot of countries just ignore that and say, oh, okay, we all agree to act like it's real. And that's how we operate. We've been doing that for
Hmm.
a long time at various degrees over the past 100 years. But China understands it openly. They're like, well, money doesn't have any real value anyway, so we can just do whatever we want with it. So
Manipulate it. Yeah.
and manipulate it. So in a way, they're kind of more honest. Where the rest of us just kind of put these little blinders on and act like it's real. But even that attempt, that approach, is starting to really backfire. They're having and they're doing a lot of crackdowns. We're having upwards of 20 or 30 people a day are disappearing out of Hong Kong, just disappearing, right? You're having a real pushback against the country's rich because being a rich person in China, you kind of be careful. You can't walk around with tons of Louis Vuitton bags and super nice cars. You have to be very subtle about it, and the government will leave you alone. But they're pushing back hard now. So you're seeing a lot of the rich people fleeing out of China, trying to get into the States or other places so they can stay rich. There's just China is under this incredible amount of pressure. The you have the Inner Mongolia situations going on, where we're not 100% sure, but it looks like they're just killing people in the streets, right? The that organ harvesting thing, which when it first came out, people were like, oh no, come on, that's just crazy news. No, dude, that shit's real. Now that's
Yeah.
monstrous level thing. It's one thing to oppress people's opinion, to lock them up, to enslave them. That's pretty bad shit. But actually taking people, cutting their organs out and selling it on the black market, are you shitting me?
Yeah. And they've been doing that for decades.
And how's
Decades.
their damn? And the other question I have is, why is Trump over there in Hong Kong disappearing people? Because it's got to be Trump's fault.
It's got to be Trump's fault. It's true. It is true.
I wish he was over there disappearing some communists. That'd be spectacular.
Joe says, Joe, not to get off topic, but here's the current situation with China and the fiat currency system 2 hours later. I do apologize, Joe. Let's keep going. All right, shut up, Chester. I get it. Let's see what DC's got going on here. Batman, 99. What do you mean 99? We're way past that. What's this weird numbering system they got going on?
Yeah.
Look at all these Batmans. Look at all these Batmans. Just come on.
Oh, Detective Comics. That's what I was thinking. Okay.
Look at all those covers for like 27. Holy cow!
Detective Comics is the one that's on its original numbering.
Yeah.
Batman.
Well, I know, but I mean, even so, they got like how many covers? Till they have an L cover? What the?
Yeah. No, look.
Well, that's because it's 1,000 issues from its his original appearance, which is Detective Comics number 27.
Yeah, but you guys are right. Look at this though. This is September's drop, right? Batman, Catwoman, which is Batman related,
Batman.
Dark
Yeah.
Knight, Dead Planet. I don't know what that is. Look at how many
That's part of
freaking
that
covers,
Beast
dude.
thing.
A through L alternate covers. You stupid bastards. Why don't you listen? Joker, Justice League certainly got to have Batman in it. Man, damn, dude. Teen Titans is certainly Batman related.
They should rebrand to Batman and Friends Comics because holy crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do push Batman way too hard.
Where's Superman?
Especially
Is there a
considering
Superman
that,
this month?
No.
Superman doesn't sell. Didn't you hear Warner Brothers a few months ago?
Yeah.
Oh man, I like Superman. I
Yeah,
like
well-
Batman better, but I do like Superman.
Until they brought in frickin' Bendis, the Super Sons was doing
Yeah.
really well.
It was good, and I like Superman, the straight Superman. Where he's a family man. That was a good book.
Now Jor-El is fucking his wife.
Is that true?
Thank you, Bendis.
It may as
Thank
well
you,
have been.
Bendis.
Did you see the look he gave him?
Yeah,
He's
I
like, when he took away his wife and kid, Jor-El was staring down Superman like, "Fuck you gonna do? Huh?
Yeah, no,
What are you
it's ridiculous. Bendis.
I'm
frickin'
gonna
Bendis,
fuck
dude.
her. What are you
Yeah.
gonna do?
Yeah, no, and I'm not joking, and neither
Try
is
something,
Booster.
pussy boy."
Yeah, they turned him into a cuck, and it's like, Bendis is such a fake fangirl, man. I mean, because what he's trying to do, his run on Daredevil was pretty good, right? But
Yes.
what he wants to do is, you remember how we had like Frank Miller, you had who's the Watchman guy, that crazy wizard dude,
Alan Moore.
Alan Moore, Grant Morrison, Ellis with his Great Boys comic run. Those guys don't like superheroes. right? But they wrote it really well. They did a great job. He wants to emulate his heroes because they're his heroes, clearly, right? And but he doesn't do it right. When he was in the Daredevil situation, well, Daredevil's kind of an anti-hero anyway. That's what he is.
Yes.
So it worked. But Superman is not an anti-hero.
No.
No, he is the
Nope.
quintessential superhero. He is the superhero that most
He's
superheroes
the
are based
superhero
off
that
of.
put the
That's right.
super in hero.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Hey, do you know how many Digithoruses there are? Down to Q.
Holy crap, dude. Dynamite.
What the hell is that?
Why are
This
they
is a-
doing this cover crap,
What the
man?
hell is Deja Forus?
This is a
She's
completely
John
healthy
Carter.
industry.
Digithoruss is he's the wife of John Carter of
John
Mars,
Carter, yeah.
or Barsoom.
Oh, I see.
Oh, huh.
Yeah. But I mean, how many times have the shop owners? Of course, I guess that's kind of a a bit of a dodo, isn't it? But how many times the damn comic book shop guy said, "Dude, stop putting all these stupid covers on us." Jesus, James Bond, Sacred Six. I know
Never
Secret
heard of it.
Six.
What's the Sacred Six?
Oh, let me
As long
check
as
it.
it's sexy, I'm alright with it. No, not really. Ugh. What kind of crap
Numerology
cover
for 3
is
digits.
that?
No,
That's
it's
just
done
a
by,
boring cover.
Christopher
I'm
Priest.
sorry.
It is kind of boring. Yeah, it's not good art either. Failed to locate 2 missing boys from and this is the thing that's killing me. Where are you getting these horrible artists from? Because just in this little teeny channel, right? We have what? 3 dozen killer artists, I mean killer artists that are so many levels above that cover we just looked at. How is it that these shit artists are getting jobs over people who are really truly skilled?
They have
Did you see who the
extremely
artist was?
good fellatio skills.
I'm sorry, did I just get in trouble? I go look at it
Did you
again.
see who the artist was? Take a look.
It's Jay. Oh, Jay Lee.
Jay Lee.
Sorry, I love you, love you,
Still,
Jay.
it's like a shitty cover.
I love
Sorry,
you, Jay.
It's a bad cover.
It's a shitty cover, man.
But in
telling you.
fairness, he may have been told to make it look like
I
that.
know, but even if he was told it's a shitty cover.
It is a shitty cover. I don't care. It is. But even he didn't even get the costume right. Well, come on, Jay. This isn't his style anyway. I would have noticed it with Jay Lee right offhand, dude.
That doesn't look like Jay Lee's style at all.
Maybe he's doing the interior. Maybe it's
And it looks phoned in. That
No,
looks
it says
phoned
it's
in,
his
man.
cover on the back on the other page. It says it's his cover.
Jesus, dude. Jay's a really nice guy. We talked to him on this channel a couple of times, and he was actually really cool. He sent me. He did the Teen Titan kind of roster book. It's like an art book that has all because they're working on. Oh, am I supposed to talk about it? I don't think I'm supposed to say that. Forget it. He sent me a book, and it was beautiful. Yeah, I'm not supposed to mention that. Don't. I didn't say anything. Anyway, I do like Jay, but that's not a good cover.
Looks
dude.
like he has a couple variants that he did for it too. So
Yeah,
I'm sorry, but that thing looked like that cover to me looked unfinished, and it looked like they were using like 3D models or something. That is not a pretty cover, and I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I mean, I like
Lee's
Jay Lee's
pretty
work.
good.
I've seen it.
Well, here
And,
you go. Here's some more stuff that I'm used to. That's not showing me the cover though. Hold on a second. Maybe this one because he's doing a lot of the covers. He did a lot of. No, they're not showing it.
well, go back to that real quick.
This
The
right
one
here.
you're just on.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one you're just on. Look at some of the other Sacred Six. Look at that. Look at that second one on the top. Yeah, those are way better.
Those are beautiful. Yeah.
I like the one on the left. It's very nice.
This one here.
Yeah, that is that Jay. It doesn't look like Jay Lee's work.
No, it doesn't. None of it does.
I mean, that's Perillo right there, isn't it? Yeah, it is Perillo.
That's Perillo. Yeah. Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah,
that's
spectacular.
nice. Come on now. I mean, Jay does do more of that kind of art. I mean, it's true. But yeah, I don't know. Let me look at this one. Who's doing this one? This is Hetrick. That's nice too, though, dude.
Not bad at all. Don't.
Yeah.
Six. Are they 6 girls? What's the deal?
Yeah, but look, you got Vampirella. You got I don't know. Is that Emma?
Well, it can be Emma Dynamite.
Well, dude, Marvel's been putting out a lot of licensing lately to other comic book companies.
Well, maybe.
Okay,
Maybe
here
it
you
is.
go. Here's Jay Lee. This is a Jay Lee cover. Yeah,
Yeah, that's more his style. Like I was
it's better.
surprised that other one.
Yeah.
Are you sure that other one is his? Because it does not look like
It
his.
says it is. It says it
Uh,
is. Yeah, I don't know, dude.
Like it just didn't get enough time to finish it off properly, and they just put it up.
I don't know. Let me see here what the chat is going on about. Bullet says preaching to the converted is why they do this cover crap, Chester. Yeah, I know. Sacred 6 is a spin-off of the current Vampirelli run. Yeah, yeah. It looks kind of interesting. I mean, don't get me in. I'll get yelled at. Bullet, the people who are still left with double and triple dip on covers. I hate that shit, dude. I hate it. I mean, if you have like a special edition, like a 100th edition or something special, and you have a alternate cover for that, that's fine. But I mean, these, a dozen alternate covers, you're killing the brick and mortar, dude. You're killing him. He looks like he phoned it in. I hate to say that though. I do. He's such a nice guy, Jay. But
Oh, maybe he was under time limit, and that was what he got done. I mean,
yeah,
would
maybe.
He was probably directed to make it look like that. I'm gonna be honest with you.
oh boy, that's a really bad call on an editorial
Yeah.
note.
But as we've seen for the last few years, editorial's the problem.
Yeah, and nobody knows how to editor anymore, and nobody knows how to edit or be an editor anymore.
That is the truth. That is a problem. The editorial is a big problem because you can't
Welcome
expect
to
these.
Succubus High. What the fuck?
Well, dude, you can't expect artists to be responsible. We know from 2 years of this channel that artists are flaky as hell, dude. We know this. They need proper direction. They need it, right? And when you have a little girl who's running around being in charge of stuff, and she's more concerned about how cute she is in her little milkshakes,
Milkshakes bring all the boys to the yard.
I guess so, but they're that's a song, isn't it? I know it is.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But anyway, where are we looking at here? Tenacious D. They're still doing those, huh? Where was I? Welcome to Succubus High. Oh goodness,
Yeah.
It's this ghost ship. I never even heard of ghost ship.
It feels very hentai.
Oh, it is
Yep.
hentai. Yeah, it's manga.
Yeah.
It's manga.
Hello.
Hello.
Speaking of milkshakes.
Okay.
There you go, Booster. A book for you.
This is yours. You got to read that.
Booster. Booster, look at the boobies.
That's my pee-pee tingle.
Oh, I think
no.
Ray about
He's
here.
like, look at that little guy. He's like, I'm drowning. And titty.
Yeah. Okay, we'll stick with this
Where
one.
to go, man?
I'm gonna have to read that one now.
How did he die?
Yeah, Ghost Ship might be my new favorite indie. All right, hold on a second. Eric says, "What the hell? Artists or what? Fuck you, Chester." All right, I haven't heard one of those in a day or two.
Fuck you, Joe. Fuck you.
I get that all the time. Another bit. They're definitely manga. Yokai girls, of course. Yokai is a fae. It's a Japanese fae. You guys know that anyway. I don't know if you like manga. Ghost Ship might be a way to go, huh?
Yeah.
It is.
As long as they turn
popular.
properly, I wouldn't be having any problem with it.
Well, manga's kicking the hell out of comic books in America, dude.
I tell you, if manga would make it, go left to right instead of right to left, I would probably buy more. But it just kind of bothers me reading backwards.
Nah, you're not in the haunted hot spring. Oh goodness gracious! Now I wonder, are these original American manga, or are they taking something from Japan and just translating it? I wonder.
That's a good question. You would know better than we would.
Well, I couldn't see interior. If I could see interior, I'd be able to answer the question. I really wish this site would put an interior page or two, because I could instantly know if it was from Japan or not. Let's see, graphics, Dragon Prince volume, IDW. Goodness gracious.
That'll be based on the Netflix show.
Dragon Prince?
Yeah, I'd imagine.
Oh yeah. You're right. They did have
Yeah.
that kind of goofy little Netflix thing. Yeah.
alright.
Yeah.
See, like IDW, just like with Boom and like Dynamite, they all have their IPs and they live off of.
Well, I'm really surprised IDW hasn't filed bankruptcy yet. Chapter
Well, because
4s.
I don't know. Maybe they have some investment because of their
Well,
IPs, but
they do a lot of
I
movie
don't know.
stuff, and they're bigger than just comic books. But I mean, if you guys paid attention to the Umbrella Guy before he started getting on his tirade, no, we love him, but he did a lot of really good in-depth economics, looking at IDW. They're in absolute tatters, dude. This company, absolute tatters. Uh, yeah, From Hell, which I don't know. Did you guys like that comic book? They
Uh,
made a movie out of it,
Was
Johnny Depp.
Alan Moore one? About Jack the
Yeah,
Ripper, isn't it?
yeah, it's about Jack the Ripper. Yeah,
Right. I don't think I've read that. So
you got
I
GI
saw the movie
Joe.
years ago.
Well, the comic was pretty successful, and this is like the what are they calling it? The Master Edition. Might be good. Goosebumps. They're still making those, huh? That's cool.
well, as long as they're properly made, for the demographic, and I think that's great because it introduces people to
Yeah,
good
sure.
stuff.
I
So
mean, kid stuff, and of course, wasn't it IDW that got the Marvel Run stuff?
yeah, they,
Yeah,
they did.
yeah. Let's see. Image isn't putting out a lot. Big Girls, Head Looper, Little Bird, The Flu for what the hell? Old Guard. Oh, really, really, really. You guys see the Old Guard movie they put up on Netflix? You guys check it out.
Mm,
Don't.
no,
No.
It's bad. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
What a surprise! It's on
Oh,
Netflix.
Charlie Theron.
Charlize Theron. Yeah. It's here's I'm going to say something controversial if you don't mind. And
Oh,
I've
oh,
said myself a couple of times, Booster, that Charlize Theron, I don't like some of the stuff she's done, but in general, she's a good actor or actress. But I'm going to correct myself. I don't think she is. I think she's shit
oh
because
no.
I haven't seen her in that monster. I didn't see that. People said that was great. I didn't because everything I've seen her in, she's emotionless and charisma-less.
But that's how we like women, as strong women.
I don't know, dude. Um, I do like the Andromache Scythia. I love the name. I like this book might be good actually because the concept is fine, but that movie was horrible. But I just don't. And she's a noisy person too. I just haven't seen her in anything that's good. I haven't. So I'm not going to give her the benefit of the doubt anymore. You guys?
Oh,
She hasn't made anything even decent in almost 2 decades.
Yeah, I don't know why she's.
yeah. I don't really care about her, if I'm quite frank.
Yeah. Marvel. Arrow. Okay.
Arrow.
Spider-Man.
Oh, Arrow.
Ooh, Alex Ross cover. Even though Coates is still writing this, isn't he?
And a virgin one. Yeah, I think it's still freaking Kurtz.
Now, why? That's the biggest insult to me. I mean, we've seen a lot of craziness go on with Marvel the past few years. We have, but I mean, come on with Ta-Nehisi Coates, whatever his name is. The guy's a freaking subversive. Why in the hell?
Look at
It's
that cover.
Alex is amazing, but
Yeah. Look at that. That's cool as hell.
oh yeah, it's very nice. But why do you think that they're letting this guy do Captain America of all characters? I mean, honestly.
Because they hate America. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's really just that simple.
Very easy. Right
'Cause
to it.
that guy is a bad person, dude. He's bad. I mean,
Yeah.
that I could disagree with people's opinion. They're not necessarily bad, but he's a bad dude. And you have him doing Captain America. It's disgusting, man. It's disgusting. More of the Conan stuff continuing. Excalibur number 12, the reboot again. Hellions, Immortal Hulk, although I hear that's doing pretty well. Iron Man 1 number what? Oh, hold on a second. Why number
Iron Man
one?
number one. We bet. Are we is Tony Stark back or something? Like, what was happening with Tony Stark? And is Alice Ross doing every cover over there?
Well,
Oh my
why not?
god!
More money he makes is the better for the rest of us. This is by Christopher Cantwell. That does who's that?
What?
Can't well. I don't like that name. What? It's like, can you do this well? No, I can't.
I know it's not the Christopher Cantwell I'm thinking of, who's like a super far right, like radio guy. But just
That would be
hearing that
hilarious.
name, it's just
I don't know. Let me see if I can't bring that up real
Oh my
quick here.
god! Yeah, when you Google Christopher Cantwell, Christopher Charles Cantwell, also known as the Crying Nazi, is an American neo-Nazi, and of course you know about him, Pantara.
he's the crying Nazi.
Eric is trying to
Crying
defend Theron, saying she was good in the Legend of Bagger Vance. What? The golf movie? Uh-huh. Yeah, me Grimlock King, you're right. I know why, because he hates white people. He's a full-on racist. He's hardcore racist. And Steve Rogers is the all-American white boy. Well, he's the all-American soldier, right? It's purely disgusting. And if you look what he's doing, he's using Captain America as a Marxist trope is what he's doing with him, because he's a Marxist as well. Perfect. Yeah. Cafu is a good artist. Yeah. Let's see. Magnificent Miss Marvel. You already talked about that. More of these Marvel masterworks. I don't mind those. Let's see.
I hear you're almost to it. I'm just going to skip to it because the rest of this doesn't matter. I hear the new Thor run is really, really good. So I'm probably going to start picking that up and get into it.
Well, is he Thor again?
Donny Cates is pretty good. He's clearly an ideologue, right? And on Twitter he's freaking cringe. I saw him with a shirt that says something like "Be gay and do crimes," right? But none of it seems to translate into his writing. I've read his Venom run, and I've read a story called Thanos Wins. Both were excellent.
Well, in this one, Thor is the All-Father now, which I remember when they made that transition. So, True Believers, the Stan Lee thing, X Factor, X-Men, nice. Paper Shoots. Let me see. Titan Comics, Blade Runner. Okay. Turtle. All right. Tomorrow. There's still a lot of press, though, huh? Valiant, just Bloodshot. Oh, God. Vault. There's more publishing companies than I thought. Zenoscope is still doing their soft porn, I guess. Let's take a look.
Hooray.
All right.
We need more of that in the world, so I'm for it.
Yeah, I guess so. Let me see here. It takes so long for this page to run. I have to try to find maybe a better page to look at that. But Bella Hearts and Minds, one shot. Okay. Yeah, nice. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. Who's doing this art? Vittorino. I don't know who that is. It's not bad though. All right, let me get out of here. Let me come over the other side. Goodness gracious, why do I feel tired? It's not a good thing. All right, well, there's our offer for today, guys. Some interesting news. And glad to have you guys come and joining us and doing our comic book news. Like I said, I'm looking at bringing the Sunday show back with Fanspeak and doing a mix of stuff. Comic news, nerd stuff like video game news, a TFT segment, etc., etc. I think it'll be fun to get back to it. So, but anyway, let's go through here and let everybody kind of get their closing comments and say whatever they want to say, and then we'll be done with it. So, I think Booster should namaste us today because he's a good boy.
God.
You're a good boy.
I am a good boy. I'm gonna have to look up inspirational quotes now. Shit.
Sorry to inconvenience you. Go ahead, Thunder.
Inconvenience.
English teacher.
Yeah,
English teacher, everybody.
Yeah, sorry, I'm doing two things at the same time. Give me half a break.
Grammar's very ungood at the moment. What are you doing?
I don't have much to say. I'm looking forward to doing some more streams again. So we'll probably not be back until Sunday. So what it sounds like, yes?
Oh well, no. We have Bugbears tomorrow, and then we have
Well, I mean, I won't
for
be back
us.
until
Yeah, next
yeah.
Sunday we'll kick off our new thing.
Cool.
So yeah, that sounds perfect.
Well, I will see you all Sunday.
Sounds good. All right, perfect. Slick.
Slick dead.
He died. It's so sad. He was such a nice young boy. He
Oh,
was.
good. He can't interrupt me now.
Yeah. Well, go ahead, Booster. Then I guess we lost him.
Oh, well, since he's dead now, I was going to say that all the comic books I've been reading that have been great, Batman is actually spectacular right now. I know we're taking a bit of the piss because when we look at DC's little listing there, right, it's practically all Batman. It's a little ridiculous. Even DC Death Metal, the event going on right now, like I liked it in DC Metal where it's kind of like, you know, you had all these bad Batmans of different variations of Justice League. Now that with DC Death Metal, they're going ridiculous. There's hundreds of thousands of these freaking...
Sorry, I dipped out before you guys ended.
Oh
Perfect.
no! You know, make sure to come in right in the middle of us talking. Yeah, fantastic. I'm glad you made it back in time to interrupt me some more.
What was that? What was that, Booster?
Oh no!
Were you saying something important?
He was chastising you.
Oh, I love it.
Was he chastising me while I wasn't here?
A little bit. Yeah.
Never.
Go ahead. Continue, Booster. Continue.
I'm sorry, Booster. You're always so salient and germane to whatever we're saying.
Oh, it's true.
All right.
You gotta take
Batman,
that. He called you a German.
By Hellblazer. By Daredevil. There you go. And as for Namaste, I'm going to Google inspirational quotes and look at the first thing in Google Images. Sometimes you will never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. That's Dr. Zeus. It's a Dr. Zeus quote, and it doesn't even rhyme. Ugh.
His name is Seuss, not Zeus.
He's Dr. Zeus!
He does not throw lightning bolts.
He does not.
I know. I would know.
Yeah, that's true. Whatever.
Namaste.
Namaste. Indeed.
It's namaste.
All right, guys. Later.
Namaste.
Aloha.